Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At cprfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at cprfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive Aggressive Racism, the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
I used to work almost 14 hours a day. Every day he was sending me money for lunch.
Every day as when you go to work?
Exactly. Every day when I go to work.
But did you not feel creepy? Wait, of course he was giving you money all the time. But did you knew that he could actually afford you to such extent?
I never really let my mom see that I was dating someone who was giving me money or whatever. Fortunately, I was like, okay, fine. I don't feel like it's gonna work for me in the office because I see there's money, like a lot of money, and it's not mine.
Did you feel like you were gonna end up stealing it?
I did a little bit.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. A key location in the history of the transatlantic slave trade and the story of our foundational Black American ancestors. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. We'll visit historic sites like Elmina Castle and Cape Coast, where you'll see with your own eyes what our ancestors endured. You'll also experience modern Ghana, the culture, the people, the food, and the history they carry, giving you a broader understanding of how our story intersects with theirs. If you've ever wanted to deepen your understanding of our history, this is your opportunity. There are 25 spots available, and once those spots are gone, that's it. So don't wait. Secure your spot today by paying a deposit and be part of this unforgettable journey. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us? Unfiltered, unapologetic, telling our stories from Africa and the diaspora. The African Diaspora News Channel app keeps you informed and empowered from wherever you are at any time. Don't just watch, join the movement. Download the app now and stay connected to the news that matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you are here. Share with your friends and family. Let them know, that we come on 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here. At least I do, for now, Central Standard Time. And then right after the stream at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can go to AfroWire AI and hear what LaSherica got going on over there. I don't know if y'all went over last night and checked out the our new AI-powered network, AfroWire AI. I'm really, liking how that's developing in the beginning stages. I know we had the video with Jerome. That's the brother reporter over there. Jerome was cooking today, which I like that. And so, if y'all got ideas, if y'all may say, hey, man, you can create one like this or create one like that, we can consider it. It's kind of endless with the AI network, at least. So that's what I love about it. I think it's real cool. All right. So tonight on this side, we're going to talk about the mayor out of Tulsa, ladies and gentlemen, the mayor out of Tulsa, Mayor Monroe Nichols. He has been in the news because he has proposed a $100 million reparations plan. So we're going to kind of go through that, look at that, see what that's about, ladies and gentlemen. And as I told y'all, we're going to cover all our bases. During the month of June, we have our final sale of the year on the app. And for the annual plan only, I'm going to repeat this again, for the annual plan only, not for monthly, not for quarterly, not for lifetime, annual plan only, you can use the promo code FREEDOM at checkout and get 19% off, right? Is a play on June 19th. So 19% off of the annual membership on the app. And it's a final sale of the year, ladies and gentlemen. So jump on that this month. I know during Black History Month, people jumped on it, but it's the final one. So jump on it ASAP. I always say it'd be good to get 10 people to join every stream. And that's always a beautiful thing. The Ghana trip. Let's talk about that. Ghana. Who's coming with us to Ghana in November? I'd like to see everyone that want to come on through. It's before the holidays, that's for sure. So it's not like, and not everybody even celebrated Thanksgiving. Let me make sure I say that. A lot of people don't. Like, I don't celebrate that junk. I'd rather be out the country. Because I mean, one year I did. No, it's not Thanksgiving. I think it was it Thanksgiving? No, it was Christmas. Yeah, we did Christmas outside the country before. I think we did Thanksgiving. So, yeah, as long as I'm with family, I can do celebration wherever I'm at. So sign up and do we put the link up? I thought we did, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we did. Maybe we didn't. Let me go ahead and get the link for that so we can put that in case somebody said, man, I want to get on that because, for some reason, I'm noticing a pattern. So the pattern is sometimes we do this, we'll say do it early, and then people are coming to last minute and want to start signing up. I'll never forget that trip to South Africa where Mark had told me that people was trying to pay for the whole trip the day before. I'm like, bro, we've been promoting this trip the whole time, and you want to wait till the day before the trip to come pay for it? Full price, you're going to pay for it. But I'm like, yeah, just put your deposit down and just make your payments. That's it. The main thing is $199 down, make your deposit. The pin comment is right there. We also put it at the end of the stream. So yeah, just go ahead on and do that. That's much easier. 16 spots, well, at least that I know of right now. I can check, but there's 16 spots left, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll double check, make sure that's what it is. Last time I looked, it was 16 spots. So let me see here. I want to verify. Let me not lie to you. I always tell people I like to verify everything I tell y'all. Okay, make sure if it's 16 spots left. Let me see. Hold on. Yes, it's 16 spots left. So jump on it ASAP. Put your deposit down, and we'll go on from there. All right. I'm just letting people slowly coming in. Let's see what people are talking about here. You say your cousin barbecue on Thanksgiving. He says the white folks tell us to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Okay, I mean, you can eat what you want to eat on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I've known people barbecue. I've known people to fry turkeys. I've known people do all kinds of things. You say your nephew is graduating right now. Okay, well, shout out to your nephew, Lisa. I'm just kind of go. Okay, Keisha says she likes the new Afro Wire AI channel. Yeah, I really think it's going to turn into something good, man, because it's just the possibilities. And beyond with you, how that came about was 2 weeks ago. I was just sitting in my office, and it hit me like a ton of bricks to create it. And I'm like, man. Also, speaking of that, creating, if any of our brothers or sisters that did some prison time, and you want to share your story about, your time in prison, and you live in the Houston area, send us an email. If you'd like to tell your story, to admin@africandiasporanews.org. If you'd like to tell your story, because we are also starting a show where people can share their stories about the time in prison, and that's more so not only just to get the raw stories, but just to raise awareness and keep people out of there. And of course, that particular show that we want to do would be exclusive to the ADNC app. It wouldn't be on YouTube. So if you're interested in sharing your story, we'd love to hear from you if you live in the Houston area. Of course, we can travel anywhere and do that, but we want to start off at least in the Houston area, because I know the Houston area people have. Now, you had to do some time. I'm not talking about just going to county for a couple of days. I'm talking about actually some time, okay? So if you're interested, hit us up. Some people say, hey, man, how can I like to join y'all. If you write me, like some people do that, if you write me on LinkedIn or something like that, don't just say you're interested. Show me something. Like if you say, hey, man, I like to join. I'm great at commentating. Okay, don't just tell me. Send me a link and let me see what you're doing. Like that don't tell me anything. Or if you're a video editor or something like that, okay, don't just tell me, well, I like to help. I like to do video editing. Show me what you've done in the past. If you're a graphic designer or something like that, show me what you've done in the past. Like, don't just tell me you interested. No, it's like this. To get my attention, you need to show your work. That's one of the best ways to get my attention. Show your work. Tell me you're interested. Show your work. Because sometimes I could have been looking for somebody, I just didn't announce it yet, right? So if you're on LinkedIn, and if you message me on LinkedIn, you better have a picture. If you have no picture, I would block you. I don't. LinkedIn is for professional profiles, professional photos, professionalism. I always tell people that if you want, I think I had people try to apply as for certain positions through LinkedIn, no picture. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with you. If you don't take your craft serious enough to put a picture up, then I'm not going to waste my time talking to you. Right. So just letting you know. Yeah, that's right, Keisha. Keisha says, show me, not tell me. That's right. Show me, not tell me. Especially you want to come over here. And then if you also want to come over here, understand, I don't babysit people here. People got to be fast paced. People have to basically do what you do and not to be monitored 24/7. If I got to be telling you something all the time, then I don't want you here no more, because I don't have time to babysit you when I got about 7 other things I'm trying to create on this side, right? So when people say y'all taking people up, hey, if you fly enough, we create a spot for you. But, let me know what's up, a lot of you FBAs out there, that's maybe interested. Hey, Send me something, but you got to show me something. You say, well, I ain't got nothing out of it. Well, create something. Show me what you can do. You know, no different than when you went to audition, right? Create audition tape. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, and also, you know, like and shout out to Brother Butch and his wonderful wife at the Ohio Black Expo. But if you'd like us to come out or our team to come out to any, you know, events, then hey, you know, send us an email. Send Kellen the email. Say, hey, I'm interested. Serious inquiries only, because there's things that go along with that. And we'd love to come to your event, whether it's in the U.S. or abroad. We'll definitely come to your event if everything lines up right. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at what Kyle Poker Ranch is saying. All right. So let's go ahead on and get to talking about this reparations. Let me go ahead and get this up here. It's all over the place, but we'll look at, you know, a lot of people is looking at the Fox News article, so we'll go where everybody else has been looking at. So let me, if I can get to it, this is good enough. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Right one. All right. So Tulsa mayor proposes $100 million. Boy, you see that headline and think, wow, man, that sound all right. It's a reparations plan for the descendants of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre. Now, the mayor, he's a Democrat. And we know the mayor, as we have talked about, his name is Monroe Nichols. I think the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. And he's the, you know, they always got to say the first black. It doesn't really mean much, be honest with you. So let's go ahead and look at this a little bit, and let's touch on it. So that's Summer Lee right there. They said Tulsa's first black mayor proposed creating $100 million private trust. They said as a part of a reparations plan for the impact of the Tulsa race massacre, which took place more than 100 years ago. When I saw this part right here, private trust, I say, why a private trust? That language didn't even sound right to me in the beginning when I read this. So it said Mayor Monroe Nichols IV, it said elected mayor in November, says the trust would be used to provide scholarships and housing to the descendants of those impacted by the massacre. He clarified that the trust would not involve, the trust would not involve direct cash payments. Now, you have literally, it's not reparations at that point. Reparations is cash. Hold on, let's go ahead on and get on here and just really have a conversation about cash here for a minute. To you Democrats, and I know you're listening, and I know your little minions, you know, share different things. I know you're trying. Your Democrats have been trying to say, what can we do to get the FBAs off that couch? What can we do to get FBAs to do this and do that? It's very simple. Reparations, cash, payments. Cash. Nothing else, just cash. If you want to add something else with the cash, okay, cool. But cash got to be number one, and anything else that you want to do is secondary, okay? If it's not cash, we not accepting it. Y'all Democrats had put cash payments in the migrants' hands during the presidency of Joe Biden. You didn't give them scholarships. You didn't give them affordable. Well, shoot, you didn't give them affordable housing. You gave them free housing. You gave them free housing. You put EBT in their pocket. You gave them phones. They had scooters all over New York. Everybody was selling stuff on the side of the road. Where did the money come from? The things they were buying. You Democrats were so cold about the migrants. When they didn't like the food and the shelter in New York, y'all say, well, we're going to give them their cultural food. I'm like, wow. So you get a menu and a shelter? That's what you Democrats are doing. But when we say, hey, we need direct cash payments, we're not asking for no more than that. Direct cash payments for the free labor. And let me tell y'all something. I was just paying attention to all this stuff with the migrants. And they've been talking about how these white owned companies, subcontractors, are actually calling ICE themselves so they don't have to pay these guys. So basically they're getting free labor out of mostly the Latino migrant men. I'm like, where have I seen that before? Not want to pay for labor. That's what we talking about with reparations. Just like in modern time, the Latino men did all that work and got them deported. And they didn't have to pay for no labor. These people have been stealing labor from everybody, okay? And when we told all of you, hey, we need our reparations for our labor. This isn't for racism. This is for the labor that our ancestors worked for. This also for the theft and terrorism of our land in this country. Because we've had millions upon millions of acres of land in this country. And either our land was taken through either eminent domain, but this country got the nerve to say something to South Africa about land expropriation without compensation. You know how much land was expropriated in America without compensation to FBAs? This country got some nerve to tell anybody anything about expropriating land without compensation. FBAs as a collective are landless, not because we just didn't have no land, but because our land was expropriated from us through the government and through white supremacist terrorism. But nobody else can do what they do, even in their own homeland. Because what South Africans, the black ones, are doing in their own homeland is not nobody's business. Period. It's not nobody's business. They owe not only for labor, but for the theft of the land. Black folks had beaches. Black folks had so much. And every time they figure out a way to finesse, carve it up, raise the taxes, that's that administrative theft. Raise the taxes so high where black people can't afford it to steal your land from you. Some of y'all say, well, give us cash and land. I don't know if I want land here because they can finesse us out of it. They've been doing that. As long as that eminent domain law is on the books, they can finesse you out your land anytime they get good and ready. That's what y'all don't understand. You don't really own land in America like talking about. Now, you may be able to own some land outside of America and it actually be yours. But in this country, I can't speak on other Western countries. I don't live there. But here, as long as eminent domain is on the books, you don't own your land. And that goes for anybody, not just FBAs. 1 minute you want to say we the best country in the world, but we could take a person's land from them with eminent domain. That's not being the best country in the world, because I've seen African countries say, hey, won't you buy it? It's yours. I've seen Caribbean countries say, hey, won't you buy it? It's yours. We're not taking it from you. They've been using that forever to steal from black people. Or they used to go burn up the city hall and all that stuff. All the records were at, and black folks' records was at City Hall. And they were like, oh, you don't have records, so we auctioning your land off. It was burned up. This is my property. We can't prove that, so we're going to auction your land off. They were doing that too. And white people's taking black folks' land that way. These people are the greatest violators of the 10 Commandments. They're talking about in Texas a law to post the 10 Commandments in public school. I'm against that. Not because I'm against God, not about I'm against the 10 Commandments, but the people who's pushing it. You can't even follow one commandment. You can't follow one. How dare you sit up here and demand in public school plaster the 10 Commandments and you can't follow one of them? Don't these people got some nerve? You can't follow one. You sure the stealing, because that's part of the 10 Commandments. Don't steal, right? And you've been stealing, at least ever since we met you, you've been stealing. You're still stealing to this day. Then want to turn around and say black people always stealing, committing crimes. Man, black people can't ever steal what you have stole or what you continue to steal today. You are a thief. And now the Latinos are really finding out how much you a thief. They finding out. We try to tell them. That's why a lot of black folks are like, I don't want to hear that. Because we told you. And you wanted to get with them. And now you get to see what we tried to tell you, your silly behind about them people. They don't want to pay for labor. That's why you're here. When we said, hey, pay us what our right for a salary. No, Leroy, I'm going to get Jose over here and I'm going to pay him pennies on the dollar because I'm not paying because I didn't really pay for labor when it was your ancestors. How dare you tell me to pay you right? So I'm going to get Jose over here and I'm going to get in Chuke over there from the continent, let a few of them come over and then let them work for pennies on the dollar. And then if they get mouthy with me, I'll just call ICE and don't pay them. That's some cold work right there. Can't believe these people talking about the 10 commandments that you can't even follow one of them. You surely can't follow don't kill. That's in the 10 commandments. You've been killing ever since we met you. You were killing each other in Europe. Lord, you were killing each other in Europe. That's why I don't like to hear no talk from them about no Christianity or nothing about God. 'Cause it's not that God is not the problem. You can't follow it. Your whole history have proven you can't follow one scripture, not one. You covet your neighbor's property all day long. You not only covet their property, you covet their resources. You covet their land. You covet people. You covet features. You covet inventions. Anything somebody got, you covet that. And you feel it should be yours through theft, violating the commandment. You were killed to get other people's property, right? You feel you're a God to yourself because you say don't have any gods before me, but you feel like you're a God. That's why you believe in white supremacy. And white supremacy is their term. It's not ours. They said that term. If you think you're supreme, you think you God. Or you say you're supreme. So I don't want to hear no talk about them with no 10 commandments. I hope the ACLU do sue Texas for that. And I hope they win. Normally, I don't really get with the ACLU on how a whole lot of stuff they do. But that, I will support the ACLU on. Don't disrespect God like that, putting the 10 commandments nowhere. Not y'all. Y'all the worst to be putting up any scripture. If you believed in the scriptures, Texas, you would be having a reparations commission right now to pay FBA's reparations here in Texas. Because the scriptures teach about not only giving justice, but also giving a restitution and making it right and returning things back to people as part of that justice. And you're not doing that here in Texas. So don't post no 10 commandments. Forget that. Now let's get to back to this thing. I don't know. It's got me aggravated about that. Can't stand these people talking about some Christianity when they practice devilment. All right. So it say for 104 years, a Tulsa race massacre has been a stain on our city's history. Nichols said Sunday, the massacre was hidden from history books, only be followed by the intentional acts of redlining, a highway built to choke off economic vitality, and a perpetual underinvestment of local, state, and federal governments. Yes, they all worked coordinated to undermine, harm, steal, and sabotage FBAs. That part is true. He said, now it's time to take the next big steps to restore, he added. He said the private charitable trust would be created to secure a goal of $105 million in assets, but most of the funding either secured or committed by June 1, 2026, which would be next year. Nichols said the city council would have to approve the transfer of any city assets to the trust. The plan calls for bulk funding of $60 million to go toward improving buildings and revitalizing the city's north side. That's not tangible at all, but let's just go through it. The Greenwood District at its height was, it says, Center of Commerce. Nichols told the Associated Press, says, so It said what was lost was not something from North Tulsa or the black community. It actually robbed Tulsa of an economic future that would rival anywhere else in the world. So you took it from black folk and talking about just Tulsa in general. Okay. Nichols' push comes just weeks after Representative Summer Lee, it said, announced plans to introduce Reparations Now resolution, which called for the U.S. to spend trillions of dollars on reparations for black Americans. All right, so it says Lee's resolution, it says cites U.S. slavery, Jim Crow laws, it say and other racially discriminatory laws and policies to justify spending trillions of dollars supporting the descendants of black Americans in the U.S. They said that's why we recognize the fight to restore black folks has to be so much more substantive. Okay, all right. Look here. All right. So you say the bulk of the funding is going to go to improving buildings. All right. You talked about scholarships, housing. Okay, with no cash payments. All right. I want to make sure we went through that, ladies and gentlemen, before I start saying anything. Well, number one, as we said before, that's not reparations. Number two, what do we say about black politicians? What are the two rules of black politicians, ladies and gentlemen, that we have talked about and we have taught here in class? There are two rules of black politicians that they cannot violate if they want to stay in that position. What are those two rules, ladies and gentlemen? And shout out to the I think it was a brother and a sister that knew the two rules, and they came up to me and told me about it at the Ohio Black Expo. But what is the two rules we talk about? I want to know if y'all are listening. It's two rules black politicians cannot violate if they want to stay in that position. I know y'all know it, so come on, tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. I like to know. Incredible Jonathan say FBA has sung the Swan song. Yeah, we done that. We done that already. Yeah, Keisha got part of it, because Keisha, what you're saying is kind of going along with, one of the rules. So Keisha says don't help FBAs. She's saying no cash payments, but that's going to help FBA. So rule number one, you can't do nothing to benefit FBAs, period. That's definitely rule number one as a black politician. What's rule number two? That's the second rule for black politicians. What's rule number two? Y'all got number one. What's number two, class? I want to know if y'all listening and retaining. Charles, shout out to Charles. Charles said it. Charles says you cannot punish white folks and you cannot help FBAs in any way, not exclusive. Let me say exclusively help FBAs. You can do a lift-all program, but you can't do nothing exclusively to help FBAs in no way, shape, form, or fashion. You can't exclusively help them in education. You can't help them with any kind of jobs. You can't exclusively clean up our neighborhoods, with crime in a great way that's beneficial and respectful. You can't do nothing, no matter what it is. You can't do nothing exclusively to help FBAs, and you definitely better not do anything to punish white folks. Even if they in the wrong, you better shut your mouth. You better go hire a special prosecutor that's white and let them do it, but you better not do it, okay? If you want to stay as a black politician. Even if you are in a majority black district, you still better not violate these rules. You understand? This is bottom line. Now, Democrats feel, well, shoot, man, we got to start talking about this reparations because this is not going away. We got the midterms coming up. We really want to get the House. We really want to get the Senate. Trump is doing a lot of things that people are not liking. So but we got to have the FBAs off that couch if we want to take the House and if we want to take the Senate back. In the House, the Republicans have a very, very razor-thin majority, razor-thin. And in the Senate, they have, about just a couple of seats? It's not like a big, huge majority, but they still have a couple of seats there. So the Democrats are like, look, man, we can get back in. So, hey, we got to start talking about this reparations. But Democrats, if it's not cash payments, we hip to that. You can't we're going to do a commission. Yeah, commission. And then what ruined your commission was California. See, okay, Gavin Newsom said, yeah, let's study it. No problem. Let me sign that study. Then they went out and did the study. Then Sister Camila Moore and all of them, and shout out to Sister Camila, they came back and said, hey, all right, we did the study. It's completed. This is how FBAs was harmed in California. This is what kind of payout FBAs should get based on this scale, right? So Sister Camila and them did their job. Then they said, okay, now we need to create the office to find out who we're going to determine to get paid. And Gavin Newsom was like, oh, wait, hold on. Y'all talking about creating an office to determine who's supposed to get it? Not even say what the payment is as of yet, even though he knew. But determine who get it? Wait, whoa, hold on. Hey, California Legislative Black Caucus, come over here to my office. Come on. We need to talk about this reparations thing. Hey, I don't want that to even go to my desk because I'm going to veto it, but I really don't want to because it's really going to make me look bad. And I want to run for president. So y'all have to kill that bill before you even get up. I don't want to have to veto it. But I'm going to veto it if I have to, but I'm going to. Because there's no way that I'm going to get, in this state of California, that black people is going to get any kind of reparations. And Gavin Newsom and the California Legislative Black Caucus is part of the reason why Kamala Harris didn't win. It's not just Kamala, it's them too. They hurt her campaign. If they would have did that, black folks got excited and all Kamala had to do was ride that wave. That's all she had to do is ride that wave. And actually been serious enough with it though too. And told black folks, look, I'm going to do this on a federal level too, but I really need, vote for me, help me get the House, help me get the Senate. And that's the first thing I'm doing day one. We putting that on the table. We're going to do a reconciliation bill. We're not playing this filibuster crap. We're going to do a reconciliation bill with this and get this to my desk. We're going to sign it and we're going to start the process. But you got to get me in there to do it. That's what I'm going to do. Kamala Harris and the Democrats will be in office right now. Hey, immigrants, if the Democrats would have did that, ICE wouldn't be grabbing you up everywhere right now. They wouldn't. You see how if all y'all just supported FBAs with reparations, nobody would be suffering right now. People saying we're suffering this, we're losing that, we're losing jobs, this getting cut, that getting cut. Oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Even you white people, I'm talking to you too. You the main ones that want FBAs to get reparations. And now you're suffering and you don't like it, do you? A lot of you lost your good federal job, you were fired. Kamala wouldn't have fired you. You probably still had your job. All y'all had to do was support reparations and Kamala would have kept your job for you. I know she would have. Migrants, you'd have been all right with Kamala. But y'all didn't support reparations. And now you're suffering the consequences. That's why I don't care what kind of chaos Trump is causing. Phil, you was talking about Trump. I knew the chaos he would bring. Oh, I knew. And you know what? I didn't care about the chaos because you know what? We need our reparations at this point. And if we can't get reparations, then let it all go to hell. We don't care at this point. I'm tired of black people suffering by ourselves. Now we all can suffer together. And look, check this out. Trump not really doing a whole lot that haven't been done to us. All that grabbing, look at how they jumping out on the immigrants now. Black folks been had the cops jumping out on us. None of y'all cared. Cops been busting our windows out. None of y'all cared. Cops been beating us up, grabbing us up in front of our families, disrespecting us in front of our wives and kids, and They've been doing that to black people. All that what ICE is doing, oh my God, that's been happening to black people forever. Now all of a sudden, because we got all these camera phones and y'all actually seeing it in real time, this is nothing new what these people are doing. And we told y'all, hey man, these police are doing too much. These police are police brutality and this and that. Oh, you just comply with the law. And some of you immigrants said the same thing too. Comply, right? And you just file the laws, the police won't do that to you? Well, file the laws and ICE won't grab you. All of you are suffering consequences because of your racism. Have you ever thought that God was probably even giving all of you a chance to make it right? Even you white people. You ever thought God maybe was just giving you a small chance, just a grace? Say, you know what, let me give him a lifeline one more time. Let me give it to him. No. Then this, and I had to think about it, say, why Trump is just like really going crazy right now? I had to think about it. I said, think about it from his mental state. These people, he was a former president of the United States now, former president, raided his house in Mar-a-Lago. Most people on a good day don't like the police raiding your house. The FBI raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago. And it was all political and stupid, actually. It was stupid. So the Democrats started all this stuff, going down this dark road. It wasn't Trump, it was them. Okay. You raided the man's house, fine. You put a case on him in New York. Okay. Then y'all try to take the man's life. Do you really think he would really be the same guy that he was in 2020, in his first presidential term? This time around, listen, he was already petty and by get back then. Y'all did all that stuff to him. Y'all really think that when he got in there, he was going to be on some decorum? That he wasn't going to be on some, man, nah, hell nah. I'm going at everybody. I don't even care. Y'all didn't see that coming? And Democrats, that was you. It wasn't us. We had nothing to do with it. That was you. So you did all that to Trump, knowing how he is on a good day. Then you didn't give us our reparations. Then you didn't even protect the migrants. So now Trump and them, boy, oh man. I got some more coverage about that coming up on the podcast tonight, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Trump is going in, bruh. Going in. Oh, look at what they doing to them. They grabbing them up. They did all that to FBAs. Every bit of it. They not doing nothing. What I'm seeing on these tapes that I haven't seen done to black people. At least they're not putting a knee on their neck. They're not doing that. At least they're not beating them like Rodney King got beat. At least they're not doing that to them. They still treating them better than we've been treated by the police in this country. So please, okay, they jump out on them. Okay, they bust their window out. They ain't beating the hell up. They ain't beating them up. They ain't doing that much. Man, we've been treated worse of the worst. And now everybody's going to start seeing it. And Trump haven't even made year one yet, and y'all crying. And I'm talking about the folks doing a lot of crying too. We ain't talking about the migrants. We're talking about the folks. Y'all crying. Like y'all say, listen, racism is expensive. And y'all slowly figuring that out. Racism is very expensive. So now Democrats, let's circle back to you. You really think you're going to play with our reparations? You pay our reparations or the suffering just continue? Listen, we got the upper hand. We do hold the cards. Oh, yes, we do. You know, like Trump had told Zelensky, talking about he don't hold the cards. Well, we hold the cards in this one here. And this is what we say. And yes, FBAs can literally hold y'all hostage. Pay us our reparations. You won't say that's kind of like extortion. Okay, it's extortion. Pay reparations, give us our money, or you can just continue to suffer like that. Like what's happening. Because all we can do is just sit. We can sit down. It's nothing. Listen, it's nothing Trump or the rest of them going to do that haven't been done to us already. We've been mass incarcerated. We've been killed. We've been beat. We've been undervalued, undermined. Everything you could think of, it's happened to us. So what more could they do they haven't done already? They could take public assistance. In slavery, we had no public assistance. After slavery, we didn't have public assistance. And we did just fine. You talking about Black Wall Street? They wasn't on public assistance. And they did wonderful until these people became terrorists and destroyed their place. They wasn't on public assistance. We don't need public assistance to make it. I want you to know that. That public assistance stuff, Trump can cut everything tomorrow. Cut it off. I promise you black people will figure it out. We'll be okay. But we're not getting off our couches. We're not saying black people going to just go vote a bunch of Republicans. No. Because the Republicans aren't doing good for black people either. And definitely know the Democrats, but the Democrats keep wanting our vote. Okay, Democrats, cash payments, period. That's what we want. Or we just sit at the couch and we'll let the Republicans just tear the country up if they want to. We're cool with it. That's the only way we're going to get what we want anyway. Y'all, the only way y'all do something unless y'all just put so much in a corner, then you'll do something. So what have we learned, other groups? One, stop being racist. It's going to cost you everything. I'm talking about all you other groups who have anti-black racism. It's going to cost you everything. It's costing you now. It doesn't suffering don't feel good. Y'all going to start experiencing the high blood pressure that we have suffered. You're going to start experiencing the diabetes. You already dealing with obesity. But definitely those two. The high blood pressure and strokes and all of that, you're really going to see how that feels. Because you're being put in a position just like the FBA. Oh, it's happening to you. Even the good white folks. It's happening to you too. Wait till Trump get done with y'all. Oh, just wait. Y'all gonna be begging us to go vote Westmore or whoever. Like, we got our checks coming. If our check's not coming, it's either the check or the couch. Either or. Either or, the check or the couch. You can go tell Boulay Martin or any of them that. Run us our check, or the Republicans can just do whatever they want. They're going to turn this into a fascist dictatorship. Black people been living underneath a fascist dictatorship in white supremacy. We ain't been living in no democracy. That's nothing new for us. Please. Yeah, Keisha say Trump ain't been in office 6 months and look at the chaos that's going on. But I'm good. All black folks good. Look, this is my water. I drink my water and be relaxed with Trump and his chaos. Just like that. I'm not worried. Now, is he causing some inconvenience at times? Yeah, he is. He's definitely causing some inconvenience. But you know what? Sometimes inconvenience is, if it's the greater good could come from the inconvenience, I'll take the inconvenience. Democrats, get serious about reparations, period. You can't finesse it. Your black politicians, you putting them out there to be a flunky, it's not going to work. See, the Democrats' reign, I'm about to wrap this up. The Democrats' reign was good as long as the civil rights generation was the more dominant vote. Unfortunately for the Democrats, the civil rights generation is not effective anymore. A lot of them brothers and sisters have passed away. Some of them are sick and shut in. Some of them even checked out the process too. So, man, I'm done with this. I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing with it no more. Right? So now you got to deal with us. And we say, pay us our money, or you will continue to feel the pain. I think it'd be a lot easier to pay the money, don't you think? Shireen say West is not an option at any time. I don't care who they put up. It can be West. It can be whoever. Run us our bread. Run us our bread. I don't care who Democrats put up. I don't care who anybody put up. Run us our checks. That's all we need. Run us our checks. And if you're not going to do it, then cool. You can have ICE and anybody else causing a ruckus. We don't care. What ICE is doing was what happened in the black community during the crack epidemic. Beyond with you, the way ICE is acting, that's how they act during the crack epidemic. The exact same way in our neighborhoods. Now y'all just seeing that replay all over again. Like those of us who've seen that, like myself, I'm like, oh, we've seen that before. That's not nothing new. What they doing? Please. All of you who are definitely Gen X, you know good and well we didn't seen this play already. We've seen it. This is nothing new. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's also very, very important. Definitely take advantage. Once again, I want to remind y'all, take advantage of the promo sale. Like we said, it's for the annual subscription only on the app. At the promo, select annual, and the coupon code is freedom. You get 19% off for the year. Final promo of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Ghana trip. Make sure you sign up. Come with us to Ghana, and so let's go ahead and have a good time in November. Get away from these people at least for a week, and go chill and break bread and just find out some new things and some history lessons as well. Right. Make sure you head over. The video will be attached. Head over to AfroWire AI. And LaSherica going to be doing her thing on AfroWire at 8 p.m. Central Standard is attached. So just go straight over to AfroWire. Make sure you subscribe.